Looking for the best hydroponic system kits for all budgets? Say hello to iPower. Ventilation systems combo. Various sizes hydroponic grow tent. Multiple types inline fan. Grow light systems kit. iPower. More value, more growing.
Congratulations on your purchase of the Amazon Basics 4-inch premium bathroom exhaust fan. The following video contains installation and initial setup instructions. You can find this video on the Amazon website, app, and within the product page images. The 4-inch bathroom fan is a 110 CFM exhaust with a 1 Sones sound rating. The fan includes wiring quick connects for easy installation. Before you begin installation, ensure that your package includes all of the following pieces and parts. We also recommend the following tools and fittings for your installation. Please read and understand all safety warnings and instructions included in the provided user manual before attempting to install. Failure to follow the instructions may result in restrictions in product performance and operation. Existing air exhaust ducts should follow a straight and direct route to the outside of your house or building. Duct joints and exterior vents should be airtight. Wrapping ducts with insulation can minimize condensation, temperature fluctuations, and inhibit mold growth. Duct installation will not be covered in this video. For new duct installation, it is recommended that you contact a home improvement expert for assistance. For wire connection warnings and instructions, please refer to page 6 of the provided user manual. The following instructions are for the replacement of existing exhaust fans without accessing the attic or above space. Please refer to the second half of this video for installation with accessing the attic or above space. Before you begin installation, flip your light switch to the off position and turn off the power at your electrical panel. Using a Phillips head screwdriver, remove the 3 housing screws from the fan. Disconnect the metal latch and unplug the power connector. Lift the fan from the housing and place it aside. Use a Phillips head screwdriver to remove the single screw from the duct connector flange and set it aside. Remove the housing junction box using a Phillips head screwdriver. If you are replacing an existing exhaust fan, remove the fan housing and disconnect the duct and electrical wires. If the existing wiring colors from the service switch are not black, white, green, or bare copper, write down or take a photo of how the electrical connections were made. If the new fan is too large for the existing hole, use a pencil to trace along the perimeter of the housing. Expand the opening using a drywall saw. If the existing hole is too large, you can make a filler using wood and drywall. A small additional opening may be required to fit the housing duct through the ceiling. To determine the best method for mounting your housing, please consider the following. If the joists are placed 12 inches apart, it is recommended to install the provided screws through the bottom flange of the housing and drywall. If the space between the joists is greater than 12 inches, it is recommended that you secure the housing to the joist through the inside panel using the provided screws. Pull the housing wires through the wire hole opening. Use a wire clamp to hold the wires in place. Pull the existing 4-inch duct through the large square opening in the housing. Reinstall the previously removed duct connector using duct tape or a hose clamp. Reattach the duct connector to the housing using the provided screw. With the housing secured to the joist, connect the house wires to the quick connector inside the fan housing. Place the house wires into the junction box. Using the provided screw, reinstall the junction box to the housing. Attach the metal clip to the fan motor. Align the motor outlet with the duct connector. Slide the motor into the fan housing. Insert and tighten the 3 screws to secure the fan motor to the housing. Reconnect the fan power cord. Pinch the spring clips and insert the grill into the narrow rectangular slots inside the fan housing next to the fan motor. Turn on your power at the electrical panel and flip the light switch on. Ensure that the fan is not making any abnormal sounds or vibration. The following instructions cover an alternative installation with attic or above ceiling access. This installation method is recommended for joist spacing greater than 16 inches. Before you begin installation, flip your light switch to the off position and turn off the power at your electrical panel. Ensure the housing is centered between the joists. Trace along the exterior of the fan housing with a pencil to mark a path for your saw. Make sure to trace the housing face opposite of the exposed fan. Using a drill bit, create a pilot hole for the saw. Open the ceiling using a drywall saw. If you are replacing an existing exhaust fan, remove the fan housing and disconnect the duct and electrical wires. If the existing wire and colors from the service switch are not black, white, green, or bare copper, write down or take a photo of how the electrical connections were made. If the new fan is too large for the existing hole, use a pencil to trace along the perimeter of the housing. Expand the opening using a drywall saw. If the existing hole is too large, you can make a filler using wood and drywall. From above the ceiling, remove the junction box cover from the fan housing using a Phillips head screwdriver. Insert the wire clamp into the junction box cover. Feed the house wires through the cover and tighten the wire clamp. Pull the electrical wires through the junction box. Using the Quick Connect wire connectors, connect the house wiring to the fan housing. Reattach the cover using a Phillips head screwdriver. Slide the provided suspension brackets into the bracket guide on either side of the fan housing. Ensure the single bracket is installed onto the housing side with the duct connector. Ensure that the flange on the fan housing is flush with the bottom of the ceiling joists. Using a hammer, drive the brackets into the joists. Secure the suspension brackets to the ceiling joists and to the fan housing using the provided screws. Connect a 4-inch circular duct to the fan housing duct flange. Secure the duct using duct tape or clamps. Pinch the spring clips and insert the grill into the narrow rectangular slots inside the fan housing next to the fan motor. Turn on your power at the electrical panel and flip the light switch on. Ensure that the fan is not making any abnormal sounds or vibration. Refer to your instruction manual for additional product details, guides, and troubleshooting information.